Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you have a car with wired Apple Carplay or Android Auto, then you know how great those features are. But what if I told you that you could do even more? What if you could turn that screen into a full-blown Android tablet, complete with streaming apps and a whole new level of functionality? That's exactly what this little device promises. This is the Carlinkit Tbox Lite S, which is a budget-friendly Android AI box. And today we are going to unbox it, set it up, and see if it really lives up to the hype. So stick around till the end of this video as I'm giving away one Tbox Lite S to one lucky winner. More on that later on in the video. Alright, let's get this thing unboxed. The packaging is pretty simple and straightforward. Under the hood, this is running on Android 9. It has a quad-core processor and comes with 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. The key thing to remember here is that this is not a standalone device. This is an AI box that works by plugging into your car's existing USB port that supports either wired CarPlay or Android Auto. So if your car doesn't have either of those from the factory, then this isn't for you. Inside the box, you get the Tbox Lite S itself, this little black box, along with a couple of USB cables, one USB A to C and a USB C to C. This is great because it ensures compatibility with a wider range of vehicles. You also get a user manual, which is always helpful. The device itself is very compact, feels pretty solid, and is quite lightweight. On the top, we see the brand logo, which is backlit with RGB lights that can be customized from within the settings itself. At the rear are ventilation holes to help maintain the temperature of the device, apart from some information. On one side, it has a USB Type A port to help connect some external accessories, an LED indicator, which is also a button that switches the connectivity method between Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And on another side, we get a USB Type C port for power and data, along with a mini HDMI port. This is a very cool feature. We'll talk about this later on. Now for the fun part, installation. This is where the magic of plug and play really shines. I'm gonna take the included USB Type C to A cable and plug the Tbox Lite S into my car's USB port. You'll see the LED lights at the top turn on, indicating it's getting power. My car's infotainment system recognizes the device almost immediately, but then it restarts itself as it is in the process of calibrating the interface according to my car's screen size. It's not seeing it as a phone, but as a compatible device, and at the end opens up the Carlinkit interface. It's literally that easy. No need to mess with complex settings or even get into developer mode. The interface is as such, where we get the date and time in the middle, which is incorrect at the moment, along with the now playing widget for your music files, menu icon on the bottom left, recent tabs, and the kill background icons at the bottom center, and the connectivity status icons on the bottom right. Down here we also have 2 shortcut options to add any of our preferred apps. So I've gone ahead and selected Netflix and YouTube for both of them. There's also this floating bubble sort of a thing here to access some of these same features, along with the split screen option, which should be very useful for those who have an even larger screen in their cars. Now let me go ahead and set this thing up for you guys, and then we will move forward with its overview and features. Alright, now that everything has been set up, you can notice the date and time are now correct. Since this device does not have a dedicated SIM tray, we do need a hotspot enabled device within the car itself to access internet, which I have done already. Pressing the menu icon here, we can access all of our apps, and here we can notice this thing is actually pretty smooth, which is a good thing. Okay, now first let's verify the version number of this device and see if it's running on the latest one or not. This can be done in 2 ways. First one is to jump straight into the settings and then click on the version tab. Then we can either click on this first option here called FOTA update to check the latest firmware, or we can head back out and click on its own dedicated app. Both options work just the same. And now we can simply click on the check version button. Nice, this is the latest one. By the way, I found this floating bubble very useful as I got stuck in one of these settings page, and this was the only way out of it. The settings also give us the option to customize the LED lights on the device itself. We can modify the speed of the lights being changed from here, also select different lighting effects. Rotate seems to work for me, or you can simply turn off the lights completely. It's a nice touch, I would say. There's also an option here to remove the home page altogether, which I found very useful, for which I had to select the first of the provided 2 styles. So now there is no separate home page, which might be your requirement too. Anyways, I'd recommend not to change anything in the original tab unless your device doesn't seem to function properly for you. Heading over to the other tab, here we need to modify 2 things. First one is to add your email account in order to access all of the Google features and apps. And the second one is to enable this option here, which will allow us to download and install any third-party apps. By the way, you can get in touch with the customer service from here itself should you need any assistance that is. And of course you can reset your Carlinkit Tbox Lite from here if ever needed. The car icon in the menu allows us to exit the interface altogether and enter the car's infotainment unit. By default, the device connects to Apple Carplay, as you can see. However, if your car does not have Apple Carplay and has just Android Auto, then I suggest you get in touch with the customer care team while placing the order of this device and inform them of the same. I believe they can change this default setting to Android Auto before they ship it out so that you are good to go as soon as you receive your product. However, if your car does have both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto like mine does, then you can change this same setting manually simply by pressing the button on the device using a SIM ejector tool or something similar. Green light indicates Apple CarPlay and blue light indicates Android Auto connectivity. The device will then switch off, change to the other function, which is Android Auto in this case, power up, and then it might even restart in order to calibrate according to your car's screen size. And that's it. It should then work in a similar fashion compared to its Apple CarPlay counterpart. Alright, we're now in the Android surface of the Carlinkit Tbox Lite S. It's pretty clean and simple. The first thing you'll notice is that it has Google Play Store pre-installed, which means you have access to a massive library of apps. So let's try out some of the most requested features now. For a lot of people, this is the main reason to buy an AI box. Now you can use your car screen to watch Netflix, YouTube, or even TikTok. This is perfect for when you're waiting for someone or on a break during a road trip. The quality is crisp and clear, and it uses the car speakers for audio. It even allows us to use the car's original steering wheel control buttons or knob controls. Nothing feels out of place, to be honest. Everything just works. The interface on some of these apps do seem to be a bit slow, but it's still manageable. Nonetheless, video playback is pretty smooth. No complaints there. I did notice in the list of apps there's one called Disney Plus. Do keep in mind that this app does not work in all regions, and it didn't work for me either. There's a separate app for that here in my country, India, and may be different for you in your region. Here, that app is called Jio Hotstar, which was earlier known as Disney Hotstar. You can download it from Google Play Store on the device, and this here is to confirm that Jio Hotstar does work flawlessly on the Carlinkit Tbox Lite S, minus of course the slight delay or lag in the menu itself. I even downloaded and installed Spotify, and that too works flawlessly here. All in all, pretty good. Coming back to TikTok, this app may not be available in some regions as well, which is also true for me here in India, which is why I would not be able to show you its functionality here. I also downloaded a few other apps from Google Play Store to cross-verify the features of the device. The Tbox Lite S runs on a 64-bit chipset called the Rockchip RK3528 that has 4 cores. We also do get 4 GB RAM, out of which less than half of it is being used at the moment. Around 21.1 GB of usable memory, out of which 19.3 GB is free right now. It does run on Android version 9, also known as Android Pie. Wi-Fi here is quite old, only 2.4 GHz, but it still works. Nothing too fancy though. Thermal readings show 70+ degrees Celsius inside the device. However, outside the box, we are getting around 45 degrees at the top and around 40 degrees at the bottom. So the ventilation holes do seem to be working just fine, I guess. The Tbox Lite S also supports wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto features. And for that, we just need to enter the AutoKit app here, pair our phones using Bluetooth, and start using them one by one. Honestly, this works pretty well too. I tried using Spotify in both the platforms and it worked just as it should. Phone calls were also clear and I didn't find any issues there using either the platforms. Hello? 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 Mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Mic test. Voice assistants also work fine.
Today in Mumbai there'll be light rain with a forecast high of 28 and a low of 26. Currently it's 28 degrees and mostly cloudy.
The forecast is calling for rain in Mumbai today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 29 degrees, with overnight lows around 25.
And map applications also work just fine using both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And honestly, the user interface for both the platforms seemed pretty quick to me too. I was expecting them to be laggy or choppy, but they do seem to work just fine. It is just a bit slow for my taste. The provided USB-A port on the Tbox Lite S can be used to connect external devices. For example, you can charge your phones, or you can even connect something like a dash cam, which I think should prove really useful to many people, including me, as I've been using it for that same reason. And as for the mini HDMI port, this is a fantastic and unique feature for the Lite S model. With the mini HDMI port, you can connect a separate display, maybe a screen for your rear passengers. This allows them to watch a movie or play a game while you use the main screen for navigation or something else, depending upon your use case. It is a game changer for long family road trips for sure. My car does not come with screens in the rear car seat, so I won't be able to showcase this to you, unfortunately, but it does seem to just plug and play for the most part. So let's break it down. Is the Carlinkit Tbox Lite S worth it? The pros include true plug and play, super easy installation with no permanent modifications, Android system, gives you access to the Google Play Store and a huge library of apps, 3-in-1 functionality, seamlessly switch between the Android system, wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, and HDMI output. This is a big one for families and those who want a second screen. And as for the cons, this thing requires wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto. This is the biggest limitation. If your car doesn't have those from the factory, then this will not work for you. And data connection needed. To use streaming apps, you'll need to connect to Tbox Lite S to a Wi-Fi hotspot, either from your phone or a separate source. It doesn't have its own built-in SIM card slot like some of the other high-end models. So who is this for? The Carlinkit Tbox Lite S is perfect for anyone who wants to unlock the full potential of their car's screen. If you've been wanting to watch Netflix while waiting in the car, or while you drive you want your family to enjoy movies or shows, or you just want a more customizable navigation experience, then this is an excellent budget-friendly way to do it. And if you're interested in picking one up, then I have great news for you. While the Tbox Lite S can be yours for $75 from Carlinkit's official website, you do get the option to save some money, specifically $15 should you choose to use our brand new discount code TMS, which by the way also works with every other Carlinkit product. If you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave links in the comment section below, as well as on my brand new Instagram and Linktree accounts, both of which can be accessed from our YouTube main page. And now let's discuss the promised giveaway details. We are giving away one Carlinkit Tbox Lite S to a lucky winner here on YouTube. In order to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is comment the below information in the exact same format. The duration of this giveaway contest is 1 month from the date of upload of this video, thus giving you ample time to try your luck with this awesome giveaway. After 1 month, the best comment will be selected, declared the winner, and the winner announcement will be made via a community post on the channel itself. So be sure to turn on the bell notifications as well so that you do not miss out on that announcement. And that is it for this review video. I hope this tech made sense to you, and if it did, then do help me reach my first 100 YouTube subscribers at the earliest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.